Let us all in eternal image, eternal form, sit in Paramdham at home with Baba. It is important after confluence age to go home. We cannot directly go to golden age. To experience home, the purity, silence, world beyond sound, beyond action. Sitting in the eternal form with Baba, one who is also eternal, ever pure, divine, the seed, and in total silence. Let us experience home. It's only at confluence age we can experience home. We can experience company of Baba. And it's only when soul is in the body that one can experience home. When I leave body and I am in my eternal form, stage of perfection, without body, soul cannot experience anything. That is why Baba wants us to experience God's company, sit in presence in your eternal form with Baba. This element of light, very beautiful golden color. Only souls reside there. It is with my intellect and mind, I reside in my home. Home of sweet silence. Home, home where there is complete purity. It's called land of liberation. As much I experience natural, sweet silence. We will all go home It's our time to rest. And from there, then I come in my Adi form, naturally divine, very beautiful, very serene nature. Soul has all divine virtues. This is what I carry with me before leaving for home. The sanskars of all divine virtues, sanskars of divinity, purity. I attain this stage of completeness, perfection, complete purity. In golden age, we don't remember anything of the cycle. 16 degrees pure. Soul has to experience heavenly divine world before leaving the body. Internally, create golden thoughts, golden attitude that is divine, pure, all powers, all virtues. I have to be embodiment of that to experience before leaving for home, so that when I descend, everything is natural. Elements are pure, relationships are pure, everything is divine. That is becoming worthy of worship. As gradually degrees of purity reduce in this cycle, Then divine beings are remembered and worshipped to be liberated from sorrow and receiving blessings. Souls have bhavna in divine souls. This bhavna is not of copperage, but it is the bhavna devotees have is of confluence age. So we remind ourselves what we have to be, complete with all virtues and powers, honest and truthful, sweet and divine in nature, so that everyone can have bhavana, pure feelings of devotion towards Baba's children. Baba has given us chance and time to inculcate, to be the image, to be embodiment by practicing these different forms, even while doing actions. As much we remind ourselves, our different forms emerge, and the personality also become divine, pure. Take drishti from our Creator, Baba, to have deep experience and to be merged so that claim Baba's inheritance of all powers and all virtues.
Om Shanti, everyone. So, welcome to our series Original Divine Self, a Deity. Om Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्.
Om Shanti. Where are we? Hmm, we are in Paramdham or in Golden Age hmm, or at Confluence Age. The beauty of Confluence Age is that we can have both experiences. Experience of our home. Because when we are in home, we won't feel it, right? That I am at home. Because there won't be anybody. But when at Confluence Age, when we not only think of home, but go home. So some might ask, how do we go home? I think that when there is, as Baba said this morning, eternal self, then you are automatically pulled towards going beyond the body, beyond all five elements. So home is the sixth element, which is element of light. Did you all felt you were at home for a few moments? How many of you felt? How many of you experienced? Huh? Can you go home more often during the day? It's possible. No? Create more and more experience because as the soul is becoming pure and liberated, because it's the land of liberation means there is no sorrow, there is no pain, no past, no karmic accounts. That is why every goddess which is shown as one of the capacity to help us to eradicate, to remove, to make us free from sorrow, from pain, from suffering, from evil, negativity. So our home actually is where that liberation is experienced, that our soul is completely free. That is why purity and silence, because Shanti means peace, but Shanti also means silence. So when Baba says Param Dham is Shanti Dham, so it's not land of peace, it's silence. Golden Age is land of peace, but Param Dham is land of silence. As I said, Shanti has two words. In English, one is peace, other is silence. So since morning, as Baba said, and also we had kept aim of being. So this experience of home and then experience of golden age, their life, Jivan Mukti means a life which is liberated. At present confluence age, this is our first birth. 21 births, 8 in golden age and 12 in silver age. So if it is first, then I have to experience my divine, my deity form, which is important, right? So internally, I think we do feel it, all of us, but we have to emerge it now. We think that way, we talk that way. Someone suggested, oh, we should have 1 week where only we act as deities, interact as deities, talk as deities. So I said, well, that should naturally emerge. No? We have example of Mama, where she looked divine, right? And that divinity really begins through our eyes. When we start looking at all the souls in their pure image, in their stage of perfection, as children of Baba, so our drishti start becoming very divine. And souls, not only it's not question of devotees, but within the family also, we start feeling the vibrations of divinity from each other. And that has to be there in emerged form to serve at present. No? Because present service, of course, we just giving courses and busy online, we thinking more people learn meditation. But we have to somewhere look at what we becoming and serving from there. Their souls experience that their sorrows are being removed, they are being bestowed with the blessings. And that part has to be played now because that's the part we play at the end so that when we go home and when we return in golden age, it's natural, right? Think about it little more. My eternal form, then my Adi form. Silence, purity, and then especially think about divinity. So Mama and Baba and all Dadis were example because they reached to that stage of divinity. And the first quality in that divinity is one of the goddess which is worshipped is called Mother God, Mother Gayatri, Gayatri Ma. And there is a very, very famous mantra which is chanted and is considered to be very powerful. And if you keep chanting it, that's what they believe in path of devotion. Then your sorrows can be removed. And every goddess is shown to be, on one side, very powerful. And you see all different weapons and different ornaments, and but are very merciful and kind towards humanity because that is why they are called mothers. No? Gayatri Ma, they always say Gayatri Ma because my mother's kindness, mother's generosity, sustenance. I think maybe you can Google and read about Gayatri. It's very beautiful explanation because what they show that every goddess is created for a particular task. And their combination, like she is also considered to be image of Durga, that means power. She is considered image of Parvati, that is with Shankar. She's shown as combination of many, many goddesses. That means the quality, the powers within that goddess is of different goddesses. It's a very beautiful explanation, and Gayatri has 10 arms. Other goddesses have 8. And then in every arm, different something is shown. And it has significance, of everything. I don't remember every symbol, but there are 10. And also you saw that she has 5 heads, 1 and 4 more. It's knowledge of Vedas, 4 Vedas, and also many, many different powers. It is important. Maybe we will display that writing or you can read on your own. It's really beautifully explained that what kind of powers we need at present to be a spiritual mother to sustain the souls. We are only sustaining by having good classes, churning, Brahma Bhojan. But real sustenance
Om Shanti. Mohini Didi will need little breaks. So first we will go to our tour. So please bear with us and it will be continued. So let's go to our tour first.
Om Shanti, brother. Om Shanti, sister. Do you know where we are going today? I know, but can you guess? I'm not sure. Can you give me a hint? So, the hint is, it is the same country. Whenever I talk about it, I start to dance to the same song. I think I might just know. But to be sure, can you give me one last hint? We're going near a rainforest. Oh, I know. We're going to... We are going to the retreat center in South Brazil, Canela. Center, Sao Leopoldo, and the center, Porto Alegre, and last but not the least, the center in Florianopolis. Let's go!
Mohini Didi will be with us soon. So before that, as we went to Brazil, and there are 4 places we visited. So that was a retreat place and center. So I would like to spotlight the instruments from them. There, here is the instrument. Hello, Sister Om Shanti. Okay, good. This is the one of the instrument. Sorry, there is one more instrument, but the video is not on. Sao Leopa. Sorry, I can't even pronounce. And there was one other place, Olinda, which we saw, I think, a few days ago. And that time we couldn't spotlight the instruments. So today I would like to do so. So here is the instrument from Olinda. Okay, so until we find other instruments to spotlight, there is something very beautiful explanation of Gayatri Devi. So we will listen to that.
This is the detail of the symbolization of Goddess Gayatri. Gayatri Mata or Goddess Gayatri is the representation of the divine essence of Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, and Mahakali. The word Gayatri is a combination of Gaya, which translates to mean the hymn of wisdom, and Tri represents the combined strength of the 3 goddesses. So Gayatri Devi is the combined essence of wisdom of all the 3 goddesses. She is worshipped as a deity, which expresses the untiring pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. She is portrayed as the female form of the light of the sun. The light itself denotes the wisdom that enlightens the soul. Gayatri Devi is considered the universal divine mother. She is regarded as the mother of the sacred Vedas and is the divine energy that animates all things in the world. Gayatri is also the name of a Vedic hymn well known as Gayatri Mantra, which is also regarded the most sacred. Gayatri Devi is the personification of this very potent, sacred mantra. Gayatri Devi symbolizes the Shakti and the quality of knowledge, purity, and virtue. She is typically portrayed with 5 faces. She is mounted on a lotus flower. The 5 faces of Goddess Gayatri symbolize the 5 pranas, or the 5 life-giving air in the body. That is prana, apana, vyana, udhana, and samana. They also symbolize the 5 elements of the universe: the earth, water, fire, air, and the sky. In her 10 hands, she carries a shankha, chakra, kamala, kasha, varada, abhaya, ujjwala patra, and ankusha and rudraksha mala. A white swan accompanying her symbolizes links with Goddess Saraswati. It is said that Goddess Gayatri resides in the human hearts in the form of a swan. The Gayatri Mantra is a Vedic meter of 24 syllables. Amongst regulated poetry, the Gayatri Mantra, chanted by properly qualified persons, is the most prominent. Great sins are said to be expiated by a pious recitation of this Gayatri verse, which reads as follows: Om Bhur Bhuvah Suvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Gayatri Mantra is meant for realization of God and is regarded as representing the Supreme Lord. It is meant for spiritually advanced people. Success in chanting it enables one to enter the transcendental position of the Lord. But in order to chant the Gayatri Mantra, it is necessary for one to first acquire the qualities of the perfectly balanced person in terms of the qualities of goodness according to the laws of material nature. The Gayatri Mantra is considered to be the sonic incarnation of Brahman and is regarded as very important in Vedic civilization.
Shanti, so there is one more place instrument which we would like to spotlight. Here are the instruments from
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Keeping well, everyone. Carlo. Very good. Om Shanti. How many connect with so many qualities of Gayatri? I wanted that to be read so that we know that these are all our qualities, right? Were you connecting or you were thinking it's someone else, right? It's our qualities where needs to be balance and wisdom and enlightenment. Not only we have to be embodiment, but we have to bestow others also. It's really, when I read it, I really could resonate and I could feel that how each one of us, if you want, we can email you, you can read it again and see this is what we have to become. And when we become, then we bestow, no? Every day Baba says you have to be bestower, you have to be bestower, you have to be bestower of blessings. No? So if internally we have all these virtues and powers, and it's lovely, no? The words, I really love the whole thing. That's why I wanted you all to hear it. That because we all have to be embodiment of all this. And see, based on whatever we do now, let's say starting with Mama, she did it, we have to recognize. And that is why memorial is created, right? Memorial is not an imagination, but memorial is exactly what the way soul plays the part. And that is how memorial. So there are few things which are added in the sense of, symbolically they have to put it, but it explains, all the Ayurvedic treatment is based on which element is not in balance in your body and what is more prominent. Some are like they have fire, they have coolness, all the 5 elements which were described as the 5 heads of Gayatri. So they, in Ayurvedic, they look at you, your pulse, and they find out which element is not in balance. And if it is not in balance, then your body is, reacting into many different ways. So somewhere or other, understanding of nature, what elements do for us, and that is why Baba says, make elements also pure, sato pradhan, because that begins from the body, right? In the sense of having very pure energy in the body, having very loveful feelings. I mean, all these virtues, all these beautiful thoughts penetrate into our system, and as soul is becoming pure, then purification of body becomes very important. And that is why the food we eat, conversation we have, what we see through the eyes, everything is very important, because whatever we do through sense organs, we are using elements, and we have to use elements also for sato pradhan actions. So then alignment happens between soul and body, but otherwise there is little clash. Because soul is becoming pure, but what about body? And that is why you find that sometimes body resists to certain things. So whenever we meditate, as soon as I say I'm peaceful, take that into your breath. Take it in your whole body. When you say I'm loveful, I'm pure, all these vibrations. Generally, what happens with our children, we do it and then we say, give it to the world. No. But first, you have to give to your body. And from your body, because if divinity is visible, it is through your eyes, it is for your expression, everything start becoming very divine. Purity changes into divinity, because soul is becoming sato pradhan. Body is also, even it's from tamo pradhan world, but it also has to become pure. And so interesting when we look at examples of Baba Mama. Even look at Mama, the divinity. But each one of us, Baba saying, it's not only Mama. Celebration of Mama's Day is for all of us, to follow Mother and Father. So that's where we give some of the, there is a book, it's very interesting, Murli's, Mama's Murli's. And the way she describing everything, that's her practical life, right? Her Murli is not just repeating knowledge, but whatever she practically did and experienced, that's what she spoke. And sustenance only comes when you give something from your own practical life. So I hope you didn't feel it's too much, but this is what we all have to be. And I think we can, right? Look into little by little, little by little, we have this chance now to become. So we all will become, and we are becoming, right? So thank you for all the centers where we visited, and Brazil is quite a big country. I think we saw almost all the centers.
Om Shanti.
Let us remember Baba.
Yeah, before we conclude with Baba's remembrance. So thank you very much to all our Brazil centers and instruments and Baba's children who had invited us to visit Brazil centers. As you all heard from Didi that there are many, many centers in Brazil. We have completed all of them. So there are more about 20 centers and we tried to cover all of them. And I think they have so many classes also at different places, so which we couldn't cover all of them because there are so many. but at least we visited all the centers. So special thank you to all Brazil instruments. Thank you and congratulations, and thank you for inviting us. I hope everyone enjoyed, right? We can give a we can clap with one hand.
we made many trips to Brazil.
Yeah, there's many maximum trips to Brazil. And thank you to our guides also. They kept us engaged and took us more often to Brazil. So there are many other countries left yet. So still continue to visit different countries. And we will close with Baba's remembrance. Thank you.
कैसे करे हम शुक्रिया मम्मा तेरे उपकार का कैसे करे हम शुक्रिया मम्मा तेरे उपकार का प्यार देकर अर्थ समझाया है सच्चे प्यार का कैसे करे हम शुक्रिया मम्मा तेरे उपकार का हम विकारों में फंसे थे ये खबर था अमृत सी हम विकारों में फंसे थे ये खबर था अमृत सी जान देकर प्राण के सुख दिया संसार का कैसे करे हम शुक्रिया मम्मा तेरे उपकार का
Om Shanti, and thank you. It's a beautiful family. And also good night.